What is up, guys? Ben Allen back again, and in today's video we're going to be doing another episode of Know Your MOS. This one is highly requested. It's 31 Bravo, military police, and I have another fellow YouTuber coming on to pretty much go over this. His name is Staff Sergeant David Escamilla, but he goes by Half Right Face Productions on YouTube. And he's got a great channel, guys. Goes over pretty much anything 31 Bravo related, drill sergeant related. It's a very well put together channel. I highly recommend y'all check it out. I'll link it down in the description box below. But without further ado, let's get into 31 Bravo Military Police MOS.
Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be covering the Army MOS 31 Bravo Military Police. And what better way to kick this video off than by walking through the actual arches that the MPs go through when they complete training. And this is called the Gateway to the Regiment. So stick around and we'll get to all the details. Alright guys, welcome back. First off, before I forget, I just want to give a real big shout out to Ben Allen, from one military YouTuber to another. I'm also one of your subscribers, but thank you for inviting me to come on your show and to talk about one of the things that I do love, and that is the 31 Bravo Military Police. So, if you're new to my channel, Half Right Face Productions, one of the things I do talk about is Army-related videos, vlogs, all kinds of stuff. But all right, guys, so let's get to it with 31 Bravo Military Police. First, just a little backstory on me. I'm active duty. My MOS is 31 Bravo, and I'm stationed here on Fort Leonard Wood in central Missouri. Fort Leonard Wood is it's pretty important for the MPs because this is the home of our regiment. Like, this is kind of like our home base for military police, if you will. But a couple of key things about military police. This MOS is not only open for males but also females. And one of the things I wanted to bring up is you not only have to obtain, but you also have to hold a secret security clearance throughout this MOS. Now, once you sign up for 31 Bravo Military Police, right, it doesn't matter if you're National Guard, Reserve, active duty, it doesn't matter where you're from. All the MPs come to Fort Leonard Wood to train here. You all come here to train as a military police. And your training is considered OSUT. OSUT is one station unit training, right? And when I was here on Fort Leonard Wood a few years ago, I was a drill sergeant in an OSUT company, and I've graduated probably 6 or 7 classes, around 6 or 7 classes, and trained them all to be military police, right? But so OSUT, one station unit training, to kind of get more into it. You're going to be in a company. You're going to start your basic combat training. Know your skill level 1 tasks. What does it mean just to be a soldier? Your warrior task and battle drills. And then once that's completed, the very next day you start your AIT, your Advanced Individual Training. You start going to school and learning what it is to be a 31 Bravo Military Police, right? And once you do start training, a lot of things, not only you're going to get a lot of law enforcement classes, we're going to be talking about convoy security, You're going to be doing a lot of training on heavy weapon systems and detaining operations, and it's just there's a whole lot of stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes into being a 31 Bravo military police, right? And that training itself is 9 weeks, with your basic training being 10 weeks. So your OSTUD is a total of 19 weeks put together, right? And I can go on and on about what training is. It's kind of built into being an MP, but there's a lot of training that you go through. So, all right, guys. So if someone was really thinking about becoming a 31 Bravo, and if I could give them some advice, what would I tell them? I would say is this something you really want to do? Okay, in the Army, there's over 200 different MOSs, 200 different jobs, right? Do you really want to enforce the law? And I've seen a lot of MPs come and go throughout the ranks that they've had family members or friends that were also working law enforcement, so they kind of know what to expect. But I will say this, and this is a fact. Once you graduate your training and your active duty and you go to your unit, you're not always going to work law enforcement. You could be doing other things. But it's a big step joining the Army itself, but it's a great choice. All right, so is 31 Bravo a pretty physically demanding job? I would kind of say yes and no. But it's not hard because there's been so many privates, so many trainees that just come through the entire training, right? And it's not very hard. When you do go to your companies, you're going to have great drill sergeants. They're going to get you into shape. Down! Up! Forward, drill sergeant! They're going to get you into shape, and they're going to square you away. It's not going to be physically demanding. But to kind of go on with that, if you know you're going to join the Army, right? And this is from my personal experience being a drill sergeant, right? Don't expect the Army to get you into shape, right? You should be somewhat into shape before you join the Army. Like you should have been running, doing push-ups and sit-ups before you even got there, right? Starting from scratch it's going to be real hard. It's going to be difficult for you, right? But the MOS itself is not very physically demanding. Talk about the AIT. What is the AIT like? So, for the most part, it is a lot of classroom environment. Like I would probably say 80% of your AIT, you're sitting down at STEM Village is what we call it, and you're getting a lot of instructions, right? You're being taught law, you're being taught domestic violence. I can't really think off the top of my head. It's funny because I sat through many of these classes too. Battlefield forensics. There's some hands-on training, like we're going to talk about active shooter. And vehicle operations and stuff like that. Anything law enforcement, it's going to be covered in those 9 weeks of training, right? And what's very difficult about the AIT is you're going to get exams and you're going to get tests, right? And if you're not paying attention in class, if you're not taking notes, you're going to fail these tests, right? And usually when everything was done at the actual schoolhouse, we would take everyone to dinner chow. After dinner chow, we'd take them back to the barracks, kind of give them a break for a little bit, and then before we went to sleep, we had like a study hall or review. Everybody kind of did a review of what they went over that day. But that's pretty much AIT. It's a lot of sitting down and learning. But it's good stuff. All right, so when I was younger, what made me pick this MOS, right? So first off, this MOS, I wanted something that if I didn't do, because right now I'm doing 20 years in the Army, 20 years, and right now I'm at 18, almost done. But before, I wasn't sure if I was going to do 20 years, so I wanted an MOS that was going to help me if I ever got out and I was in the civilian sector. Right, I've always kind of been attracted to the whole law enforcement, right? And one of the things that I really liked about the job is if you are working the roads, working law enforcement, one of the things I liked was you're constantly helping people. You're helping people deal with their problems, and it's a good takeaway at the end of the day. And when you get to turn in all of your stuff and go home or go to the barracks, it kind of makes you rethink about a lot of stuff throughout your life. But and then one of the other things I like about being an MP is this MOS, you can go anywhere in the world. Anywhere that there's an Army installation, right? They always need MPs. They always need law enforcement, right? So you can go anywhere. There's some MOSs in the Army where you can't go to every installation. Like, it's not going to happen because they just don't need. They don't need that many of those certain MOSs. But another great thing, you can go anywhere. And one other thing is the education, right? The education that you get to expand everything in law enforcement, right? It's just there's so much stuff that you can do. You got special reaction team training, you got anti-terrorism, conventional physical security, protective services, counter drug team. There's all kinds of training all kinds of extra training that you can do once you're already an MP. So much stuff, right? It just goes on and on and on. So one of the hardest things about being an MP is if you are working in a law enforcement capacity, right, you're going to be put on what's called a DA6, which is a schedule, right? The schedule pretty much never changes. It can from time to time, but as an MP, you're going to have to get used to working on holidays. Like, you're going to work on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it's a bummer because you may have family or you may want to take leave and go somewhere, but but criminals don't take a break. Law enforcement doesn't take a break either. So that's kind of one of the downfalls of being an MP. But trust me, after a while, you'll just get used to it. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I didn't really want it to be that long, but I hope you got a lot of good information out of it. And if it was great, help out Ben Allen, subscribe, give him a thumbs up, and then while you're at it, go visit Half White Face Productions, check out my channel, and if you're really interested in being an MP, right, go to my channel and look at the videos I previously posted or uploaded in the past, and you'll see everything from, it's all MP related, right, even their training, right, really cool stuff. When I was a drill sergeant at that time. But that's pretty much it. Ben, thanks a lot. I don't know what to say. Assist, protect, defend, the MP motto. Other than that, guys, I'll see y'all later.
Alright guys, so there it is. Just finished up that amazing video from Staff Sergeant Escamilla. It was great. Again, check him out on Half Right Face Productions. It's his YouTube channel, and also feel free to hit me up on Instagram at Ben_Allen175. I answer all my DMs. It's the best possible place to reach me. I answer every single one. Every single DM I get, I answer it. But again, thank you, Sarnas Camilla, for coming on the channel. I really appreciate it. You were very insightful, and the way you put the video together was amazing. So again, thank you for coming on the channel, and again, thank y'all for tuning in and watching the video. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, and also comment down below what other MOSs you want to see in future Know Your MOS videos. But yeah, guys, that's it, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.